Hey, peoples in internet land. This is just a quick vlog to kind of go over how things went at my friend Christy's wedding. Um, so just to kind of give you an idea of the weekend, because it was like a 3-day thing. Thursday night, I took her out to dinner and stuff. I felt like an ass because I felt like I should have been doing more for her last night of supposed freedom. But, I mean, usually when we get together, we just hang out and eat and bullshit. But I got her and me a gift to kind of commemorate our being best friends and to thank her for letting me be one of her bridesmaids and everything. So we've kind of grown up loving Anne of Green Gables together. Especially the PBS special thing. So I got us both necklaces. This is it. It's kind of hard to see. It's a Kindred Spirits on it. It's so cheesy. It's so not me. But, and then our birthstones were both born in March, so they're the same color. But, you know, I got her a card, wrote how happy I was for her, how I love her, blah, blah, blah. So that went okay. I felt like I should have done more, but whatever. Friday was the actual day for the ceremony and all that good stuff. She's Mormon, and I am not. And this usually isn't an issue. And it's really not an issue between her and me so much as it is just, I don't even know what. Anyway, it's part of Mormon weddings. You get married in the temple, a temple. She invited me, obviously, because I was a bridesmaid, but I wasn't allowed to go in and see the ceremony because I'm not Mormon. In order to see the ceremony, you have to be not only Mormon, but a Mormon in good standing. Otherwise, you just wait in the waiting area, which was weird and lonely. I sat there for like an hour, pretty much by myself. There were some other people there that were waiting for the wedding, but they had kids, so they went into this special kids area, and I didn't want to be like, can I join you? I don't know you, but can I come? So I sat there and texted people and such, and could have been reading the Book of Mormon while I was waiting, but no. So then after that, after the ceremony was done, everybody that could have seen it came out and were milling about. We all went outside. It was a gorgeous day. It was like perfect weather. Couldn't have asked for a better day. So that was really, really nice for her. We waited outside, and then she and her husband Jason came out. She just looked gorgeous. I mean, she was glowing. I have never seen her so happy. But I was not that happy because when I was waiting, or when I arrived to the temple, I saw some of her friends from work who are Mormon, who, I mean, I know she loves, but I don't know, it felt weird because they got to go in and see her get married officially, and I didn't, and I've known her longer, where she's my best friend, and all that stuff, so I was having lots of feelings, and I was trying not to cry. But, yeah, I saw her come out, and I still cried, and she acknowledged me, like, she's like, oh, Annie, blah, 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 and it was really nice with the pictures and everything, because she wanted me included in family pictures, which I guess kind of meant that because I was the bridesmaid, but that felt really nice, because her other friends were in that. I mean, I feel like I'm comparing a lot. I'm such a jealous person. I hate that about myself. But the ceremony itself was fine. The pictures were fine. I hate getting my picture taken, but whatever. And then that night was a wedding dinner, not the reception. So my mom and I went to that, and that was fine. No big deal. I mean, it was what it was. Saturday was the reception day. It was in the evening. And yeah, that was going to be the day that I was performing. And I was all nervous because I have been having this ridiculous cold for the past week. And I was coughing a lot and trying to figure out, oh my God, what the hell am I going to do about this? So I prepared by getting a flask ready to take with me so that I could drink before I sang, so that, one, it could help my throat, and two, I might be too tipsy to realize if I'm playing horribly. That being said, so my mom and I, again, went to the reception. We had to get the guitar sneaked in to the reception hall without Christy seeing it. The plan was that I was going to play after they cut the cake and everything. And so her brother-in-law, who took the guitar from me, hid the guitar underneath the cake table, which in retrospect does not make much sense, but it worked. And then they told me about 10 minutes ahead of time when I could go and get ready and stuff. So did that. I mean, the whole reception was supposed to be from 6 to 9. They didn't cut the cake until like 8:15-ish. So we just sat there. I mean, again, I felt stupid because her other friends are running around doing all these things, like getting things ready. They helped set up. They were getting treats and stuff to everybody. And I was just sitting there. And I felt stupid. But I knew that I had this thing coming up, so whatever. Then, yeah, they got to me for the cake 2 hours in to the reception. Cut it. Her sister apparently gave me an introduction. I have no idea what she said. But I came in with my guitar and then started rambling about how I had a cold and how I couldn't look at her because I would start crying. I really need to work on this rambling thing when I'm nervous, but yeah, even though I said I couldn't look at her because I was going to cry, I looked at her and almost started to cry. So I kind of set myself up for that, but apparently I did okay. I feel like my voice wasn't that great, but it went well. I remembered all the words, which was a plus, and didn't really mess up all that much. Minute I was over, it was over and done with. She rushed up. I mean, I've never gotten as nice a hug from her in my life. And I feel like I accomplished something because I made her cry. In all the years I have known her, I have never seen her cry. And she was crying. So that was, I feel like my life goal has been completed. But, I mean, we hugged each other. I mean, she told me that she loved it, that she loved me, and that it was beautiful, yada yada. Gave her a hug. And then I gave her husband, Jason, a hug. And while I was playing, I noticed that her nephew, her 4-year-old nephew, who I love to death, he looks like Charlie Brown, was standing behind them just like watching me really intently. And so after I was done hugging Christy and Jason, her little nephew came up and was like, "Can I give you a hug?" And I'm like, "Yeah, blah, blah, blah," give him a hug. And he told me he loved the song. I had so many kids come up to me that night telling me that they loved the song. Like her 13-year-old niece told me that she'll be my agent. Her 13-year-old nephew told me that I need to get my song published. I mean, it was just really sweet, and everybody liked it, and yeah, so that went well. Christy really liked it, which I think was the most important part. Where I stand now, I mean, I'm really happy for her. I got to tell her goodbye and everything for her honeymoon, but I don't know. I mean, I really feel like there's this split now, and I think having seen her other friends be able to go actually see this momentous occasion of her getting married, and I didn't, kind of shows this shift. And I don't think it means that we're less close as friends, but I don't know. It just feels different somehow, and I'm not prepared for that, and I'm so jealous. I mean, I feel like I'm fine with her getting married. That's not the issue, really. It is what it is, but you know, I feel like now we're definitely going into 2 different directions, and I don't know where I fit into her life. And then I start thinking, well, shit, I didn't think of all that when I got married, and I feel really guilty that I didn't have that conversation with her when I was married 6 years ago. So I feel like a shit friend all the way around, but the actual performance part of the whole experience went pretty well. I wish I could have more of that, but I don't know when, where, how I would ever get that started. But yeah, so songwriter Annie did a good job. Friend Annie is having issues, and social work Annie needs to go take a nap before she has to do more work today. So that's that. Yeah,